Hey everybody, my name is Laura Zentmeyer. I am a Platinum Executive of ASEA, which is a biotech and research company. I'm also certified as a regenerative health practitioner. I recently had the privilege of having Mr. Terry Latham fly all the way up from Texas to spend some time with me in New Hampshire, helped me do a whole bunch of workshops, taught me a ton, and I thought I would just share some of the things that he taught me, and hopefully it can help you. So just to give you a little background information about Terry, he is a triple ambassador diamond of ASEA. He joined the company in 2012. He has played an integral part of the Global Advisory Council. He's part of the $1 Million Club, and he's consistently ranked as one of the top 10 income earners year after year after year. His wealth of expertise, it serves as a valuable resource for those of us who are eager to unlock their potential, those who want to lead from the front, and master the art of diversifying income streams so we can safeguard our families. And so if you are interested in building a business with ASEA, here's some things that you might want to know. So first of all, ASEA is recognized as the global leader in cellular health. And it's recognized as the global leader in redox-based technologies. The field of redox, it's the fastest growing branch of science there is currently. It's its own category. If you go to a number of leading universities or colleges, you can actually major in redox. ASEA is the only company in the world that's figured out how to stabilize these redox signaling molecules outside of the human body. Nobel Prize winners are saying this is the greatest scientific breakthrough since the discovery of penicillin. And what our company has done, it's huge. And what we're about to do, it's even huger. It is so exciting. Stay tuned to what is coming. And so anyway, if you feel drawn to share the good news about redox, to make an income while making a powerful impact in the lives of others, you might want to consider hosting a few redox workshops. And so here are a few things that I hope you find helpful. First of all, when you're doing a workshop, relax, don't stress. You're probably going to be talking to people who already like you. And I like what Dr. Seuss has to say. So be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. I can't tell you how many workshops I did and things just did not go the way I planned. If I tried to do a video, maybe I'd get the sound with no picture or the picture with no sound. I remember one time, I don't know how this happened, but things got flipped 90 degrees. So everybody in my audience had to turn their heads like that. Oh, but you know what? It all worked out. They're still my friends. They love the product. It's helping them. So don't worry about it. Maybe you might want to try this approach. If you're brand new to ASEA, maybe you might want to go up to your friends and be like, I stumbled across this technology. I want to tell people about it, and I'm a little nervous. I'm not sure how to do a presentation. Could I practice on you? Could you maybe give me some feedback? If you approach it like that, maybe they'll be like, okay, nobody's trying to sell me anything. They just want my valuable feedback. And maybe they will have valuable feedback. Maybe they'll really be able to help you with some of the tips. Maybe, who knows, maybe it'll pique their interest. Maybe they'll want to give the product a try. Why not? What do they have to lose? I know it sounds too good to be true. But what if? Ask them, what if? Just suspend your disbelief. What if it actually worked? We know that it's non-toxic. We know that it's better than all natural. Natural's blueberries and lemons, for example. This is native to your cells. Your body is making this every single moment of the day, but as you age, you're making less and less and less. And it's so fundamental in the healing process. This is just a bio-replenishment. It's giving you back what your cells need so that they can heal and so that they can work efficiently. There's a money-back guarantee. What if? And maybe they just won't be interested in it at all. That's okay. Maybe they might know someone who might be. Who knows? Just get the word out there. Speak from your heart. Conviction sells, emotion buys, common sense and logic is going to keep people on subscription. Also, you want to care about whoever is in front of you. So we kind of have a theme of Theodores today. So Dr. Seuss, his real name is Theodore Geisel. Now let's hear from Theodore Roosevelt, who said, "Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care." I actually learned that quote from Jerry White. He would tell it to me almost every time we would have a conversation. And so you want to care about people genuinely, but you know what? You don't care about the outcome. You're not there to convince. You're not there to sell. You're there to educate. And then whatever they decide, that's fine. I feel like I'm just paying it forward. I remember what it was like to not be well. I remember what it was like to go to doctors on almost a daily basis. I remember the cost of going to see all those doctors and the cost of the pharmacies and the cost of veterinarian bills. I remember all that. I remember having a chart on the wall where I had to keep track of all the different medications I was on and the times I needed to take them. But guess what? I don't have any of that now. I'm vibrantly well, and I just want people to know that given that this technology exists, a lot of health challenges are just a choice. So options do exist. Hope is for real. But whatever they decide, that's fine. So here are some tips on how to do a workshop. First of all, you want to respect everybody's time. Keep it short. Keep it simple. You want them to feel like this is so easy. I can do this. And me, the way I mess up my technology all the time, I think people leave my workshops and they're like, I could definitely do a better job than Laura. And then they do. And it's just a win-win for everybody. So what you want to do is start off and tell your story. Craft your story. Try to keep it to under 2 minutes. With me, I might say something like, I stumbled across this technology. It was because this doctor who I love said, I got this stuff. I don't like how it tastes. It's about to expire, and I don't know if it even works. But something's telling me you might want to give it a try. And back then, all I cared about was being the best mom I could be. I just wanted to be present for my kids. And you know what? With one dose of ASEA, I was able to give my kids a piggyback ride that day. That meant the world to me. And then better things happened. And we want to be compliant. We don't want to say that we cure, treat, or diagnose anything, but without a doubt, we empower yourselves to work better and heal faster, and every health challenge involves cells. So I was able to play better with my kids. Yay! But then 1 month into it, my allergies were gone. I don't need an EpiPen anymore. I can eat anything I want. We can have pet cats now. Fear, it's just not my companion anymore. I feel like I am not limited because I've been introduced to this technology. And you know what? I don't have to take any medication. I was taking medication for 29 years on a daily basis. No more medicine for me. My knees work well. My husband one time told me that he thought I'd be in a wheelchair by age 35 for the rest of my life. We go hiking. I'm 37. We go hiking in the New Hampshire mountains almost every day. So that's my little story. But, you know, just speak from your heart, and whatever your story is, that's your truth. Maybe you're just sick of being sick, tired of being tired. You want to get off the couch and be able to play with your grandkids. Whatever. Maybe you don't really have much of a redox story right now. Maybe you're just starting and you're waiting for something to happen, because it can take time. I mean, things are really quick. When you use the gels, really quick results. This one's less concentrated, takes a little bit longer, but you can just be like, I'm doing this experiment. I think I'm sleeping better. I think I have got more energy, and people, that might pique their interest. Maybe they'll want to play along with you, see what kind of results they'll have. Whatever. So anyway, share your story, be brief, and then you can share a video. There is a great website. So leadfromthefront.global. Click on resources, click on show. There's a number of videos that are great, but one really simple, short one, 3 minutes and 44 seconds long. Terry's wife Erin created it. It's great. Here it is.
Let me ask you a question. What if the key to feeling better, aging better, and living better wasn't a new pill, but a signal? What if the answer wasn't another supplement, but the cellular switch that makes all of your systems work better for your energy, immunity, skin, joints, and focus? Welcome to ASEA. What is ASEA? ASEA is the only company in the world that has mastered and stabilized bioactive redox signaling molecules, a category of cellular messengers your body naturally produces to heal, regenerate, and communicate. These are the original language of the body, and they decline with age, stress, and illness. ASEA Redox brings them back naturally, safely, and with over a decade of scientific research at institutions around the world to back it up. This isn't your average wellness trend. It's a category-creating biotechnology. So why does it matter? Redox molecules activate your genetic pathways, especially the one called NRF2. It is your body's master switch for detox, inflammation response, cellular repair, and glutathione production. And that's the key, because glutathione is your body's master antioxidant. It's like the cleanup crew for oxidative stress and toxins. It helps keep your immune system sharp and your cells protected. But here's the issue. Most people's glutathione levels drop as they age, unless they supplement with something that turns on their body's own production. ASEA does just that. In fact, studies show it increases glutathione by up to 55%, a massive boost from the inside out without IVs or synthetic compounds. People feel it in their energy, their recovery, and their clarity. So why haven't you heard of this? Because ASEA didn't go the traditional route. They're not chasing shelf space, they're building people. This is a research and development company that chose a distribution model called Next Level Marketing, a high-integrity version of network marketing focused on education, community, and global real-world results. In a time where most MLMs push hype, hustle, and hollow products, ASEA built a science-first company with a soul. They've had consistent growth for over a decade, no outside investors, and a debt-free model, and a mission, a global mission to help people feel better and live better. Why now? People are tired of pharmaceuticals and side effects. They're done with gimmicks and influencers peddling powders that don't work. What they want is real solutions for real health issues. They'd like a way to make extra income without a degree or a cubicle. And they want a product they can stand behind proudly that's a category creator. That's ASEA. You can drink it, you can rub it on, and you can build a business with it. You don't have to be a doctor or a marketer. You just need to share a story. And when people experience it, they get it. This is your chance to be early on something that's not just real, it's necessary. ASEA is redefining what's possible in wellness and income. And if you're looking for a legacy product, a purpose-driven company, and a community built on truth and trust, ASEA is it.
So there you go. Thank you, Erin Latham, for creating that video. So, let our tools do the talking. You do not have to be the expert. Leverage your resources. So you can share your story, share a little video, and then share the product. This is where all the fun happens. Give people a little taste of the ASEA. Ask them, how does it taste? It's going to have different flavors for different people. The stronger it tastes, the worse it tastes, I'm sorry, the more you need it. That's a reflection of how out of balance the reductants and oxidants are in your body. Your body is constantly trying to achieve an equilibrium of reductants and oxidants. And that's how we get the word redox. It's a contraction for reductants and oxidants. There's a book called One Disease, Redox and Balance. And the premise is every single health challenge is because there's an imbalance of your reductants and your oxidants. This just gets things back in balance. And so, give them some drink. The gel, this is really fun. So this is broad spectrum. You can put it anywhere. You can put it on your neck, like your carotid arteries. It's gonna make your knee feel better everywhere. This is more targeted. You're gonna put it exactly where the source of the problem is. But wow, is it incredible. So let people play with that, and then let them share some of their experiences. When Terry was up here, there was a gentleman at one of our workshops who had a really powerful experience, and let me see if I can find that video. Okay, we're here with David, and he's got a great testimonial. Can you please share it, David?
I just used the ASEA gel, the gold gel, and I've got a really bad lower back. I'm 70 years old. I really have been thinking that I'm going to have surgery because I've had several other procedures done. But here at this meeting, I just tried the ASEA Gold Gel for the first time on my lower back, and I have absolutely zero pain. And I'm almost in tears. I am in tears, but I'm holding it back because this is going to change my life.
Things like that happened consecutively, like just over and over and over with all the workshops that Terry and I did. It was just amazing. So again, let the products speak for themselves. You do not need to get into the science. You do not need to be the expert, because if you do, well, then you're going to have a lot of great customers, but you want people to be able to duplicate and think that this is easy. So you can just say the science exists. If anybody wants to go to PubMed.gov, that is where scientists will publish their double-blind placebo-controlled studies. Do a search for redox signaling. Right now, 44,190 results. I love the search engine Google Scholar. Actually, so Google is a search engine. Google Scholar is a research engine. Do a search for redox signaling, over 3,280,000 results. The science is all there if people are interested. And you don't need to know all of these testimonials in your head. I feel like I'm kind of a library. I've got all of these amazing stories in my head. You don't need that. If you want to duplicate, you need it to be simple for everybody. So just say, you guys, go to the website realredoxresults.com. There are over 150 videos. You can click on the symptoms, and there's just so many videos that will pop up. It is password protected. The password is redox. And so, and if you want to, you can talk about the other products briefly. We've got the nutritional line. We've got the skincare. We have cell performance products. I mean, oh my gosh, we've got it all. But most people like to just stick with our flagship products of the drink and the gels. Some people like to put the mask on. You can have the mask, just put it on one hand and let it sit for 10 minutes, have some paper towels and water on hand to clean off people's hands. Their one hand, it's going to look remarkably better than the other hand. It's crazy and so much softer. So, do whatever you're called to do, but again, try to keep it brief, and then have a third party zoom in or get on the phone, and you can just put them on speakerphone, and they can do the closing for you. They can share their little story. It occurs to me, I didn't share my entire little story. I was dealing with irregular, scary cells for 9 years. So I would get these blotches on my skin, and they would have irregular borders, and they would have multiple colors to them, and they were dangerous. And I would have to go to the hospital every 3 months and get really big chunks of my body removed. They had to get really wide margins. And 2 months after starting this product, That hasn't happened again. I was dealing with that for 9 years. Anyway, so somebody can share their story in just a little snippet of it, and then they can present options, Maybe, do they want to try the product? They want to be a customer? Just use it for themselves? Okay, we love our customers. Do they want to spend $40 as an investment and then have world distribution rights to this cellular product? We're the only ones in the world who have access to it. And then, get thank you checks every week. And more importantly, be helping people on a global level. Whatever. So you're going to share your story. You're going to maybe share a video. You're going to share the product and then have somebody close it out for you. Try to do it in 30 minutes or 45 minutes and then be done. Your part is done, but then this is when the magic happens. This is when you can just say, okay, I want to respect everybody's time. I'm done, but if y'all want to hang out and just mingle and share like what's going on with you. Like, can you lift your arm up over your head now? Does your knee still hurt? That's when the magic happens, and it's just a lot of fun, and it's just amazing. And so I'm going to wrap it up with sharing a little video that Terry and I made when he was up here. Hope you like it. Here we go. Hey everybody, welcome. I am Laura Zentmeyer, Platinum Executive of ASEA and certified as a regenerative health practitioner. Terry Latham is in the house. He's in my kitchen. I am so excited. So normally when we do one of these little podcasts, we talk about our products and the redox science and get into testimonials, but we've got Terry Latham here. He's one of the top builders in our company, making an annual income in 7 figures. And so let's take advantage of the wisdom that he is. And please, Terry, what is the secret to your success? How'd you build this business?
Consistency and simplicity. I mean, I could make it a little bit more difficult than that. And I've been in network marketing for 25 years, full-time for 22. It took me, when I first got into the industry, I heard that somebody made $50,000 their first month, $10,000 their first month. And I said, heck, if I do half of that good, I can retire sooner. In that particular company, I made my first month, I made my initial rebate off my initial investment. My second month, I made $12. I wasn't doing so well. But through the understanding and learning simplicity through the hard knocks, it took me 2 years to make my first $2,000 monthly check. But 3 years after that, we got recognized as building the fastest growing business in a multi-billion-dollar company. Learn the skill sets, and you'll be able to always build a network. Because I was with that company for 12 years and made bad moves, came to ASEA, and we built it to the top in 18 months. So once you learn the skill sets, you'll be able to protect your family forever.
Amazing. And what you've taught me in the past few days is how to do a really effective, short, simple workshop. Could you share some of those tips with our viewers?
So the biggest thing that, I always share with people, what do we kind of throw away, but we wish we had more of? Time. And when I try to teach my children, you have to put value on your time. So, and to give you an idea, if you want to make $1 million a year, that's $500 an hour. So if you put value on that time, you tend to not squander. So you would never throw away $500, but we throw away time. So put value in your time. So if I was running a software company or an insurance company, and somebody came presented to me as ASEA, it has to be simple. And what I mean by simplicity, the product stands on its own merit. You guys see extreme product experiences, you're watching this stuff, it's just amazing things. What would catch my attention is the process. If I leverage the process first and the product is secondary, then this product becomes primary for me because I know I use a product, but now I know people can benefit from the product, and I got a Rolodex or a name bank of people. So what I've always taught and what I've always done is simple systems: show, share, connect. Show a video, short, which created a 3-minute and 44-second video, which I like. You choose what you like best. Share their products. The products I share is simply the redox products. I'll have them drink the ASEA Redox. I'll have them use the Renew 28. I'll have them use the clay mask and the Renew 28, and also do this. Won't go through much detail. The clay mask on the back of the hand, have them wipe it off with one hand, have them wipe it off, let them see the differences in their hand, and also then the gold. And through one of those 4 things, in an audience or in a workshop, in a home meeting or a one-on-one, somebody's going to have an experience which turns on the switch of the possibilities. And every time I have somebody else close out the meeting, and they have 2 to 5 minutes to close out the meeting. The only thing they're going to do to close out the meeting, they'll come in via speakerphone, I don't care, or via Zoom. I'll hold the phone up, let them close it out. Doesn't matter how great they look, it doesn't matter. But they'll share their story, short and sweet to the point, and they'll give them 3 options what they could choose. You can, it's not for you. That's one option, but I want more information. 2, I want to be a customer. I can buy a retail or wholesale. Or 3, you can be an associate, and you let them know for $40 to be an associate. That gives you a lot of benefits behind that. But get with the person who got you here. Look forward to meeting you on the ASEA highway. What happens, what we've seen with this, we're seeing a high closure rate. Why? My meetings last about 30 to 35 minutes. When people walk out of the place, when they see this, they say, I can do this. So we keep it very simple, and it's duplicatable, and people tend to take off. Because like I said, and you guys, this is, for anybody can leverage it in any company. But you got to understand something. Nobody has what we have when it comes to redox. And it's pretty quick when people get the response. Once they get the response, if we're really detailed or we get complex, they'll be a fantastic customer. If we're simple, then they can say, I can do this. I know people can benefit from this.
Awesome. So small, consistent action steps, show, share, connect. Jerry Latham. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you so much. Take care.